Sorry. was a firefight with the Mummy Lord. The Mummy Lord wanted some of Godric's god blood. Godric considered, kind of. It was a very half-hearted consideration. And then Godric decided to just do the goddamn thing, and then we killed the Mummy Lord and ransacked. I there was some lore, which is that the Mummy wanted to potentially like team up or at least ally with us to become the ruler of this place against Captain Lich Lord, but we decided nah on that. So we decided to just kill him and his flesh balls and the mummies and the vampires. Uh
Oh,
they,
flesh balls, the skeletons. Okay.
yeah, well
I,
sorry, yes, the skeleton balls.
I was just confused about what I made you fight.
And then we found quite a few things. We had a looting a looting series of cutscenes on what loot each person got. But
Yeah.
we also found the Netherese manual. That's the crowning achievement, basically.
One of
Obius
them.
found, I believe, a spell book. We found the key, obviously, that we were looking for, one of the keys. And then we found found a lot of like just general loot. Um, but we found the Netherese magic manual. I don't know what else to call it. The Netherese treatise.
It has a term.
Nether
They are
scroll.
they
Arcana
are the Nether
Secundum.
Scrolls, and this is one of them, and there are a few of them.
Yeah, each consisting got it. The
Yeah.
fundamentals of Arcana.
Yeah.
Arcana for babies.
A
Babies
little
Arcana.
bit.
Yeah.
And as part of the recap for some of that information, you guys have the opportunity to become more adept arcanists as a result of studying the Arcanian Arcanist to Fundate. And also,
You found the
um,
what?
s-
Arcanus
uh,
Fundere.
yeah,
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 that thing?
Fundere.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
The
called it
Nether
something
Scroll.
else, Cody.
Fundere. Like Cindere, but fun.
I believe it is Fundera, which is foundational, is what it means. Um, I think foothold, arcane fondue.
Arcane Fondue.
Fondue.
Fondue from the
Yum.
Latin, meaning cheese.
um, and let's see. Oh, you know what? One of the things that got put on hold as part of the things that happened last week is that my day for prep got eaten up by other things. So I do not have all written out everything you guys have collected so far. I have only some of the things written down. Um, but we've talked about a few of the things that you guys are picking up, which includes a serpentine medallion as a trophy for Godric. Ulvius and Haza have been pawing through portable, tradable, expensive
Yep.
trinkets as well as raw coin. Um, Inks has also claimed a trophy of a sick earring, and the Dancer's Defense, which are a pair of boots +2 to her unarmed attacks. Um,
Ugh.
uh, yeah.
Wait,
Mel?
are those attunement?
No, I'm giving you guys just a kick up on your magic items because I know you guys are full up on slots. Uh, um,
Except for
a
me.
you get Mel. You have the Brace of Ages, which is that shield we talked about as well. No special features to it, just a higher level shield for you. And Godric, I have not named your glaive, but if you feel so inspired, you are welcome to name it for you. If not, I'll think about it some more when I have actual time. I'm sorry. um, but there's also, let's see. I believe actually. That is more or less everything. Torek picked up historical artifacts, some non-perishable and some perishable items, art pieces, jars. Um, uh, yeah, everyone got their hands on something shiny and cool. Um, and then you all decided to take your long rest within the sealed crypt, which was in the vampire's barracks. Um, upon investigating the crypts, you guys did discover that they are the holding house indeed for a very wealthy family, as far as you were able to parse. um, but that is where you are at the end of your long rest, in a room full of empty caskets, sarcophagi. We talked a little bit at the end of last session about trying to figure out what you guys would like to do next. You guys have 3 keys. You are aware of some creatures slash threats that exist in Ul'Arith that are not the Lich. And some of them have been left behind. Some of them may be places people are interested in returning to. Um, you have the option at this time to take some downtime if you want to try to finagle some working time in Ul'Arith. You can advance and you can also backtrack. So, what are you guys
Um,
thinking?
You had expressed some desire to allow Ulvius to spellbook, right?
Yeah. I mean, at some point, although I think I've been able to squeeze out most of that stuff, particularly.
Yeah, with the diminished need for rest a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean, there's still a fair number of stuff, but like we're getting to higher and higher level stuff, so it's just the amount of time required is going to start to get exorbitant. But in terms of immediately useful stuff, there's 1 or 2 more might be helpful.
So that is an option as far as other keys or guesses for who might have other keys. Uh, how many more there? How many keys are there in total?
4, correct? There's one more.
The only other 2 major powers we know of currently are Meraxes and oh, the creepy dude. Hold on, I can look. Yeah, Camnor. And his fucking weird tree. The weird, definitely not mind infecting tree. So
You
like
think Camnor might have one of the keys?
maybe.
I mean, probably the higher probability with Meraxes, given he's a dragon and all. They do like the whole hoarding thing, right? She like looks down to Torek for confirmation.
You're looking for Torek. Ted stepped away.
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, does anybody have any ideas for who might have the last key? I don't.
I mean, have we checked with what's her name? God, I'm
Yavist.
Yavis. Thank you. Yes. Have we?
It's possible she might. Um, I will say she's been kind of on my mind as far as things that seem left unfinished.
We do have that door we can't look at.
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I said we do have that door we can't look at.
Pardon?
There's a door we can't look at. Is there? Am
Oh
I
yeah,
quiet?
there's a door down the hallway that maybe it smells bad. The bad smell is near it, but that might have been the mummy thing. We also just can't look at it.
Or
Mummy
else,
smell was bad thing.
Or else what? There's a hallucination. It's a trap.
No, it
Some
just
sort of.
clearly doesn't want us in it.
Big place to hide a key.
How many do you guys currently have?
3,
Okay, how many do you think you need?
4.
Okay, you need 3.
Oh, not 3.
I think I'll role play. I'll pull that one out of the role play so that you guys
Got it.
have been doing this for only a couple of days in game. You know, like
Right.
you only met Kaizal like yesterday.
Well, we have all the keys then,
Yeah.
and we're all of an accord to destroy this place when we leave, right?
Yep.
Right.
I mean, unless there are any other graves you would like to plunder, why not just straight to the top, you know?
Well, I mean, thinking, so we have the things we need to get there, but do we have what we need to be confident we can finish things once we do get there? Are there ways that we would be able to weaken Drake further, take away strengths of his? Does he have any further lieutenants to hunt down, or um, allies he would call in that we could take care of first? I don't want us to be headstrong.
We also have to weigh out every large enough thing that maybe everything that we kill goes to be a part of his power.
Right. Yeah, I mean, right now his biggest weakness is his phylactery, which is the thing we're after. We've already dispatched the Hizak and what's his name sealed up in a building somewhere, so he's not gonna help. Oh, doesn't Drake have a sister? God, this place is getting me all turned around. She's apparently still alive, right?
Yana.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's near the palace.
So if he has any other defenses, she's probably responsible for them.
I guess just looking back and making sure that we haven't passed up anything. Do we want to return to the dragon? Torek, I don't remember much of how that encounter ended, but is that something we have more business with? Or?
I don't really see why. I mean, we're going to destroy this place. Not going to be anything left anyway, right?
If
Mel
we destroy
nods.
this place, what happens to Evist? She presumably wouldn't be trapped here anymore, but would she be destroyed with it or freed?
If she's a demon or a devil, I assume they go back to whence they came and reform somehow. Right?
That's if she gets killed in a way that allows that to happen. But if this place just starts falling apart and her binds are broken, then she's just free to leave.
That too.
I I can come up with a million problems. Like, well, I don't know that I could, but someone could. Um, is there a possibility that she could be not killed by us, hence feeding Vrake, but returned by our power to her plane? Removed
I
from the
mean,
equation somehow?
I
She
could,
has offered to help us.
yeah, I could do that if she would go willingly. I don't know how powerful she is, and I don't know if my strength matches hers to force her back.
Yeah.
But I mean, she could also be a boon. Honestly, it's almost worth rolling the dice, as it were. Sorry, tangent. Last time we talked, she didn't seem too keen on going home. She was more concerned about getting revenge,
Yeah.
right? That was my sort of. I don't know. She was a little bit more closed off when she talked to me.
I think just after uh, speaking with Hishtak as much as I did, um, I came very close to allying with him, and I'm remembering how against freeing Ivist I was originally, and I will parlaying with a fiend is a lot cooler than parlaying with a undead, I think, as far as evils go. Um,
Mel nods her
Is
head in
it
agreement sagely. Yes, very true.
really?
I mean, fiends have nefarious plots and feed, but I don't know. Undead are just. This is not a conversation we need to get wholly into. But
I think it's enlightening.
I feel like a fiend is an undead is just here to eat your life force away. Well, I guess fiends could. There's a lot to unpack.
There is a
Should we
lot
go
to
and talk to her
unpack.
again?
I'm in agreement, Godric, but it is a lot to unpack. Maybe we sit down and explain that one of these days.
Like, see, my opinion on that is purely based on vibes. You have to understand.
You know, you have a pretty good sense for vibes. Mel puts in heavy quotes in the air. Yeah, I mean, we
Thank you.
could
That's
go
very
back and
kind. I really appreciate that.
I mean, we could go back and talk to her, but if we want to get anything more out of the interaction, we are going to have to set her free. You all realize that, right? Anybody,
Yeah.
like, completely against that? Because, I mean, worst case scenario, we give her the fate that she's gonna get sitting in that cell. And hell, if she breaks out, before this place comes crumbling down and we just leave her, she might come after us. So, something worth
Wait,
considering.
what?
Hmm?
So we're thinking about letting her go because she might get out, and if she might get out, she might come after us?
No, and also she might be a pretty big boon in fighting the Lich Lord that controls this place and has been feeding off of every dying thing in it for gods know how long. So, a bigger reason than that, but some things worth considering on top of that.
I don't know. Seems like the best help she can give us, she's giving us right now.
Staying out of the way.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about whether or not we can trust her.
Yeah, but I don't know. I see the worst case scenario is we have to fight her and send her back to Avernus all on our own, but that doesn't seem too bad to me. We just killed a. What
Well,
are
that's the
these
thing.
things called
If
again?
we were to kill her, she might not return to the hells. Couldn't her soul or spirit be absorbed into the phylactery?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
that's
it's
true. It would get intercepted before it made it back.
Yeah, it seems like the more people we can
Do
lock
they
away
have
somewhere.
souls? I thought they didn't.
Do
it
they?
dep-
Sorry.
Isn't that the province
Can
of
I
the
roll?
gods?
Can I roll
I
something
have no idea.
to remember? If
But I mean,
Everyone can
devils
roll a
have souls.
religion check.
Ironically, I am not proficient. Oh, I am
I
proficient.
will not.
It is just not my best
I have asked a similar version of this question like 6 times, so I'm not rolling a
like I
religion
said,
check.
vibes.
Yeah.
vibes.
I'm just. Sorry, go ahead, Max.
Oh, with confidence, Mel and Torek are aware that the entities that make up demons, like fiends, is not a spiritual nature. It is not a soul as your PCs have.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
it's like a familiar.
So, when the soul of a human turns into a lemure, it's no longer a soul anymore.
No.
It's technically just a servant.
Hmm.
It's
Why
like
it takes a wish to get you
bound.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't be reincarnated back into yourself.
Right. Oh, that's nuts. Yeah, no, killing her won't have any effect. They don't have souls. I guess. It's like a Scarmaker. She's just a summon, but still the same entity if you summon it more than once.
Hmm.
So I'm 90% sure it'll
I guess that's where
return to the
the
hells.
importance of the mortal soul as a coined phrase. So all those
And
immortal.
as a minted coin itself. Hey. Sorry.
I don't. Okay, I'm in the middle here because I don't know that that letting her out is the best idea. I don't. I kind of hope she just gets free and just goes and does whatever is not related to us. I guess we can offer to send her back. I think I can actually do that if she chooses to let me.
I mean, I think we've already kind of offered that to her before, and she was not
I
nonplussed
mean,
by it.
yeah, our previous posture with her wasn't the greatest, and we know a lot more now than we did the last time we spoke with her about everything. So,
I guess it comes down to do we believe that there is anything there worth going back for, whether that is uh, support or power or whatever, or if it's just moral consciousness being clean. Do we think that there is enough reason to go back, or should we just wash our hands of it and proceed with the bigger fish?
In my opinion, it depends on how easy it is to get back from here and get back to where we are now. If we can go back without losing much progress, then I'd say might as well, right? But if it's gonna take a days to travel back and then days to travel here and then days to travel to the top, and it's almost not worth it. Because, like you said, once this place crumbles, she'll be free and she'll be doing whatever, so I doubt destroying this place is going to harm her much.
worth also, I guess, asking. Yeah, we don't want to kill any of the things that would potentially add more power to Rake, but it, is there any of them who would interfere with us if only like turn this into a three-way fight, right? Where they either wait and then strike at us before we can win, or you know what I'm saying? Like they swoop in when we're getting close, and like the dragon, for instance. Most of the people we've talked to kind of know why we're here and what we're doing. If they've been paying any attention to us, they can probably at least make an educated guess what we're going to try to do. And if that's the case, then those entities would make their play at the moment it would be most advantageous for them, which generally would be when both parties are wounded.
Right. I mean, there's something about the dragon that's off. He seems too self-absorbed to really pay attention to anything other than his territory, but the the cultists, I don't know. They seem small and harmless, but they sort of rely on the corrupted cycle that this place runs on. The fact that nothing ages, nothing leaves this place to sort of fertilize it and keep them in undeath. I feel like they'd be the most upset if we messed anything up top. At the same time, they're not in any position to leave. The lizard folk and the kobolds keep them pretty in their place, thankfully.
That is something to consider when we destroy this place. There are a bunch of other things trapped here that are going to feel that.
Mel nods. Do you have an escape plan for all of
No,
us?
I'm just saying that so that I make sure we're all we're all right with that with ourselves.
No, I mean, we should. When we know that we are about to end this thing, we should get the folks who want out and that have helped us get here and send them on their way. Find a way out before we destroy this place. And wherever it spits them, that's their responsibility to take care of it from there, but we should at least try and get them out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not excited about the prospect of just massacring some lizardmen and kobolds. I'm less inclined to care about the cultists at all. Um,
Don't worry about them. Most of them are dead anyways.
I mean, there's a whole lot of this city that we haven't seen, and who knows what's there. We're never going to be able to get everybody out of here.
That's true, but I mean, is a whole settlement's worth of kobolds. So
Yeah, well, I mean, there's three. There's three kobolds left.
are
Not that
there?
I'm.
I
Yeah, there's only three.
I thought there was like more than a. Oh wow,
Lizard folk, sure, there
lizard
were more
folk.
of
Yeah,
those,
okay.
but
So
either way, like there is a lot of this place, and I guess the good news is that we're underground. Like there is some falling involved, but not falling out of the sky. 5 miles to the ground.
I guess, but you're not considering the like magical shockwave that thousands of souls might.
Oh no, I am, and those souls are gone. They've been consumed by the lich. That's what they do. That's how they stay alive. It's more just the pure magical energy of the Mythalar, even without being a phylactery, is Look, I hope everybody's right with Mistra being pissed, because I feel like that's on the way. Maybe we're giving it back. Maybe we'll be heroes, you know? Maybe Mistra will help us out in the end.
I was about to say, if anything, we're doing her a favor. This is like a scourge to her, if anything. I would assume, at least. Hell, especially how these people defiled her image after it got up and running. Do you feel like she was always a fan of the nuclear option? Nuclear, sorry. Extreme vengeance. Despite her appearance.
I mean, first things first, we do know of one staunch ally of Vrake. How we really haven't gathered enough attention by now is a good question. There must be a lot going on in this city that the kidnapping and death of 2 lieutenants is not high on the to-do list for Vrake. But
Or his sister.
yeah. Well, his sister, I think, guards if I remember correctly, guards the Sanctuary of Light, so makes sense she's not going anywhere. She comes after us, that just leaves the doors unguarded. But that is something we have to deal with.
It is
Dana
almost
is there.
concerning.
Like, that is something we're going to have to deal with before we get to the Mythalar anyway.
Also, I'm pretty sure I can get us out of here.
Us and as in
Yeah, us. Well, I guess us
us.
and whoever else, but I draw a circle and then I go to another but the one I can remember is in the tower, the backseam tower. One other I don't know where it is, but that one I do know.
Oh shit. Oh,
Hey,
fuck,
Baxium
you
Tower,
can
that's where all my
tell.
stuff is. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really convenient.
Well, it's I I haven't talked that much about it, but sometimes I know it doesn't work like this for anybody, but maybe me. But you just get magic in your mind, and you know it, but you don't know why you should have it. But
I was
Nope.
with you until you said you don't know why you should have it.
Yeah.
right. Well, I didn't
No,
know
it's a
why I should have it
divine
until
gift.
I just now thought of why I needed it, and then I thought of it, and so I know I have it. Because we were talking about how to leave, and I wasn't thinking about leaving until now. Literally. But now I know how to get out.
Yes.
Okay, good.
It will take I mean, it's not gonna be fast. I
Oh,
think
well, that's...
it's gonna take like
Uh,
a minute.
A minute
Well, a
is
minute
pretty
and however
fast.
long it takes me to find like I
okay,
got some
that's for
You just
future us,
left
because...
a you just left like a mummy lord's horde. You can have spell
yeah.
components for that.
Be
That's
like,
fine.
shit, I need to go back and get okay, I need help with I need some fucking chalk.
Got it.
She's like got a faraway look at her eye. Well, gems, yes, gems is great. Lots of gems, good. Okay, but we need yeah, we can I need to get ink and I need to make the gems be in the ink.
Look at the goblin.
That's inks, plural.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
joke.
She only needs one ink.
But yeah, I can take us to the Baxium Tower or another one, but I don't know where it is.
Hey, so why the
Exciting.
fuck would we ever choose that option?
I just wanting to make it available to everyone. It's out there.
That's
I don't know
cool.
where it is.
Out of the frying pan into a giant dormant volcano. Maybe not so dormant. Who
Maybe it's nice
knows?
there.
Or
This was
the
given.
countertop.
Yeah.
Or we go exactly where we know we are not going to just pop up in
Okay,
somebody's.
but these were given to me by somebody who clearly wanted me to get out of here and not be stuck. So I'm gonna assume that they're both okay.
That would be crazy if they gave you a teleportation circle into like the plane of
Orcus?
fire. Like
What?
like that would be crazy.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I know we're here now. I don't mean to worry anybody, but what's the 12-foot tall goat headed thing with wings over there and a giant scepter? That's cool, right?
Oh yeah, that's Jim. Don't know Jim?
15-foot tall Jim, specifically.
Yeah, that's we call him Tall Jim. So I mean, I guess I've got that handled for leaving. I definitely won't be able to come back. So that's a one-way trip.
I'm still all in favor of breaking this down into today's chunk and then future
Yeah, no,
us's
sorry.
problems.
I jumped way ahead. I thought about leaving for the first time, and then it's very strange to have memorized something you didn't memorize. And I should be used to this by now, but this one's particularly
Probably.
weird. This one's kind of complicated because I know what the sigil that we saw that they came through in the Baxium Tower. I know that one. Yeah, ignore me. Go back to talking about now. I need to sift through my thoughts for a second.
I mean, I'm done. We've got to deal with Dana. We got to deal with Vrake's sister, Dana Vaxon, before we can even get into the sanctuary to get to the Mythalar to do something about it and something about the Lich Lord.
Mhm.
Depending on how long it takes for this place to go up, like I was gonna say to go upside down, but I think we're all ready to go right side up. Depending on how long it takes for things to get really bad, there are portals here, so we could theoretically, depending on how long they last, take any one of those out too.
Are hold on.
But again, that's future us.
Are we upside down right now?
I will look up at the cobblestone roads above my head.
I believe right now you are inside a building, so.
Fair point.
So, okay, then when the magic goes away, whatever we're in
Yeah,
down will
look,
become up and that'll be the
I
first thing we have to deal with.
maybe. It's a
Well,
good
no,
question because like this,
this
nobody puts a sarcophagus on the ceiling. If every part of this place was upside
right,
down,
but it
You
it
are.
is an important consideration for what happens directly after we theoretically win, which
yeah,
is that
the whole
down
place
becomes
flips
up
right side up.
everywhere. Hold on, all of it goes up or everything just goes to the opposite of what it was?
Haza, we have no way to know, and we're
Okay.
going to just run in circles.
Yeah. So we all just got to be ready to go the wrong direction for a second.
We're, we're blowing up a Mythalar. There's a solid chance none of us are even going to
Right.
notice that. We're not going to
Because we
still be
might just
around.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We all got to be right with that, too, by the way.
yeah. So do we want to go look at the bad door first, or do we want to just go wandering around trying to look for Brake's sister?
Well, we got all 3 keys to the sanctuary. We have a vague idea of where the sanctuary is, so we have a vague idea of where she'll be.
Right.
But I mean, the door is right there.
Yeah, the bad door. And we do love doors.
What material component does true seeing need?
It's like
'Cause
some
I
eye
have that
paste, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Some gunk.
Oh, it's just an
I can't
ointment for
remember.
the eyes that costs 25 gold. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a specific like eye
It's a
gunk.
specific goddamn eye gunk. Why couldn't it just be 25 gold raw? Fuck.
I'll let you have saffron and mushrooms from stuff you found. If you take time and butcher an animal, I'll let you make the components for this. You guys got
Oh.
a lot of coin.
Fucking Nat, you're gonna have to go get one of the mummy's dust.
That's not gonna have fat in it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
say
yeah,
gotta find an
that
animal.
that don't got fat.
I haven't seen a ton of ant. Well, we saw a bird.
Dragons
Not
are
to
fatty,
be.
right?
We did just butcher a bunch of Shadarkai. Guarantee that they've got fat on their bones.
Not much, but you're right.
Look, we killed a lot of Shadarkai. I don't know if you realize that.
Mez just sort of, or Mel looks sort of like blankly at the ground. I am gonna be putting this in my eyes, you know.
Oh my god.
Okay,
I mean,
which is more
besides
likely to
don't.
have taken a bath? A
Obvious.
wild animal you're gonna find down here in a city that's been lost to time for millennia, or the living sapient creature who knows how to take a bath that doesn't involve using its tongue.
Mel
Obvious
is,
walks out of the
like,
room.
cringing hard, like with harder and harder with each living and sapient. Ugh,
Olvius, you're walking out.
gods
Yeah.
forgive me.
I would presume that you're just walking out into the space out here where there are other bodies.
I'm going to get some of that fat.
Yep. All right. You bring in a vampire body.
Ah,
Well,
all right. I guess I'm gonna start.
yeah. Walk me
does
through
anybody
what
have-
the process here
Well,
is, or how you're gonna.
well,
I'll let you know if I have any left.
Oh,
Huh? You what now?
you gonna.
Are you going
Gonna
to?
harvest the fat for the same thing. Why is this complicated to everybody?
I mean, I guess
I-
it is the same as an animal. I could probably help.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've
Yeah, I
pulled
point at
open
Torek.
many. Torek's not gonna eat. Give me a knife, please.
No, he's pointing at me because I was right.
'Cause
I will pull out a dagger and then hand it over.
All right.
Do I own daggers?
Yeah. See, I know
Yeah.
I don't own a dagger because I
I sure
remember
don't.
encountering a similar situation
hand
where I need to
over-
like cut something and
I've got
didn't have one.
I've got a dagger. I hand over like a hunting dagger.
All right, I'm gonna give all of you a minute to clear the room if needed, and I'll get to work. And she does just that. And tries to.
I mean, Olvius, you gonna get in there?
I think
Looks
this
like
is
she's
gonna
got it.
be... I think this is going to be a time commitment, especially since these are dead bodies, but do have flesh upon them that you can make use of. I think in order to get everything that you want for this spell, it'll take the full day to do the supply crafting. I think that that's a fair exchange. Is one day is
Yes.
day of work.
You all can go and examine the door for more information if you need. I'll just be in here harvesting this undead body. Dead undead body. He like cuts it open from like navel to under the rib cage. All right, have fun.
So Ulvius, you are not helping, is that right?
No, I'll just work on some embroidery.
Okay, sounds good. What is Doug? Are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. What is Inks doing with her day?
If we're going to the door, I'm hella going to the door.
Okay. Who else wants to go to the door?
Godric will go to the door.
I'm going to the door.
Okay.
At least it's right down the hall.
I guess, yeah.
Door crew and
It's within yelling distance.
butcher crew. Okay.
Butcher crew.
Okay. So I'll walk you guys that way. Through the barracks once again, and oh dear, oh god, hello. Okay.
You're doing great.
Yeah. And out into the street where you can still smell that very musty, dirty, foul odor from earlier. And the building that you are approaching, it may have, based off time, not gotten picked up, but you guys on your next approach to this building are seeing it with more clarity. It's still kind of trying to avoid your vision as it had before, but now it is possible to blink enough times that the movement of the illusion is disrupted, and you are able to see that the door itself is visible to you with 3 keyholes, one on top of each other, 1, 2, 3, down a line. The building itself I described as having like sort of crystalline feathered wings as sort of some of its shape and motif in the front of the building itself, but is unusually perfectly square on from the outside, as you can see. Mostly just decorated to kind of enhance the illusion and mirage of the entrance not being easy to focus upon. Um, uh, but you have all 3 keys, so this door is visible to you, as are each of its locks.
Oh, so we
Oh,
could suddenly see
oh.
the 3.
Wait, don't think this is the door to the sanctuary, is it?
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. 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 Okay, let's back away quickly.
You guys run back.
Because I'm feeling a strong desire to just open, and so we can't do that. We need to go back.
Yeah, it seems like a
Don't
not
Godric's
not
hand
what we
is
thought
just
it was
kind of like
originally.
just a little bit up, just kind of shaking, reaching
Roderick,
towards the door.
you gotta resist the impulse. I know. We can't. We gotta go back.
He's never been allowed to not open a door before.
We just it'll be here. It literally isn't
I mean,
going
we haven't even
anywhere.
put in the keys,
You're
so
right.
pull all you
You're
want,
right.
but
Yeah,
It'll be here.
but I know where the keys are.
There's another door, but it's very far away. We probably don't want to go to it.
Are you guys then running back?
Yeah.
Meeting back up with the butcher crew.
Okay.
Butcher and embroidery crew.
It's been maybe an hour.
Me-
Yes.
Mel has like blood to her elbows and like looks up to you guys. Oh, hey, you're back already?
Yeah, bad
Yeah.
news. The door is the door to the sanctuary,
Also,
so
good news.
it's the door.
It's the door.
You mean the door?
Yeah, the door lowercase
we
is the
have
door
keys
uppercase. Right.
for.
Yes.
Holy
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
blows.
Yeah. It's right. Well, I don't know about that. It is good news. It's down there.
You're right. You're
Not.
right. You're right. Sometimes I can
No.
get a little short-sighted.
Yeah. We've located it. That's one. I mean, that's one less thing to worry about. It's right there.
Mel just kind of like wipes her arm on her forehead, not realizing it's covered in blood.
Oh, you got it on. Oh, shit.
You. Oh, then why are we doing this? If you found that was the door, why not just slot the keys and we'll go? We can go. Do you all need to rest?
I mean, you
I mean, we
seem
just
like you're
woke up, but I thought
enjoying
you were doing something.
yourself. Yeah.
Thought you wanted that for the trip to the sanctuary.
No, I want. You, pointing at Haza, said that you couldn't see the door.
Right.
And
Yeah.
this, she
Mhm,
points to
Yeah.
True seeing.
the
Yeah.
body.
Well,
It's for true sight.
yeah,
For the
but
door.
that might be useful for other things too.
Well, I wasn't going to stop harvesting the fat from
Right.
this thing.
Yeah, it's all over
Gods, I'm
your
gonna need to
face.
do. It's all over my.
You wiped it on the horn. It's on the horn. It's
It's fine.
yeah.
I don't have prestidigitation. I don't. Damn.
Just let me
Yeah,
know
that
when
doesn't
you want
sound
me
like
to
a
clean
Mel
you
spell.
up.
No.
I can
Sure
fix
doesn't.
it. I just you want me to do it now or later?
Looking back to the body, later, I'll
Okay.
probably do it again. So to be clear, you want me to keep doing this because it might be important later.
It will let you see stuff well. Yes? Even better, or I'm a little unclear on what it does, but
Like secret doors and
yeah, that
things hidden by magic and into the ethereal
so
plane.
right. So we're gonna go into a place that has a lot of magic going on here, and I guess maybe also in the ethereal.
To be
Then it would be
clear, it
good.
does not detect traps.
Yeah, no, traps is that's fine.
That's
That
his
would be
job.
super useful if you have a spell for that. We, it'd be good, but for just seeing magic stuff better, I don't I mean, it seems like a good idea. I don't know if it'll be see, but now if it's not useful, you're gonna be mad at me.
I mean, do we anticipate having our
The-
eyes deceived, or
Yes. Always.
That's a fair assessment, I suppose. Yeah.
Poor Haza.
Yeah, I mean, it's I mostly ask because it's a time commitment. I've only scraped off the belly fat. Um, need a little bit more, and it's kind of she like turns over an arm, skinny. So, if you're willing to let me do some alchemy here for the day for this spell, but if you want to get to it, we can get to it.
I don't think that there's any reason not to give you the time to finish or
Does that
don't.
is that one of the spells that lets you see what I actually look like? I was warned about a few of these. If
Uh,
so, it's useful in a different direction because it doesn't matter what anything looks like. You know what it actually looks like.
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to populate it.
Mhm.
Second thing, if I'm gonna be above board, True Sight doesn't let you see Changeling's true form.
It gives you.
Correct?
Oh wait, sorry, I started talking
I
before I knew
It
what I
actually
was.
think
doesn't, because it's not a magical effect. It can make you see through a disguised self, or
potentially,
like an
yeah.
alter self, or a polymorph, but you are not polymorphed. Your like physiology shifts.
That is
True.
true,
So
but because it is a
no.
magical change, this would be one of those cases where the spirit of the text is saying it would work.
Really interesting.
The spell gives a willing creature you touch the ability to see things as they actually are for the duration. They have true sight, know just secret doors hidden by magic, can see into the ethereal plane,
Right, I
and
forget
let's
that
see.
true sight is a condition.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm not really doing an illusion, but I am doing a magical process to make myself appear a different way. I still
Okay.
retain wounds, right, that are on what I actually am, like my actual form. I am manipulating my form though. There is just like a saved state that is what I actually look like.
Well, yeah. So True Sight specifically
Normal
says
magical
and perceives
darkness
the original form of a
of a
shapeshifter.
shape changer.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's insane. Okay. I've never really done it. I would assume so. True sight's a powerful thing. But I've never really encountered one of your ilk. If you remember, this is the first time I've been out much.
We went through an entire city filled with doppelgangers. Man, this would have been useful.
Mhm.
Yeah, tell that to the fate spinner, Toric.
To
I
the
mean,
what?
Yurgle.
I'm just saying it would have been useful. That's all. I'm not trashing it. It would just
I
not
can
the
see
first
your
time you've
thread.
met a shapeshifter even remotely.
I can see your thread getting shorter and shorter by the minute, friend.
yeah, Salzo always just told me don't fuck with, she holds up a finger, wizards and priests. So I think either of those have a way of seeing me for what I actually am and knowing that the jig is up.
Torix very, very obviously looks
Wizards and
over at
priests.
Olbius, looks
Uh-huh.
over at Godric, looks over at Mel, looks down at himself.
Himself. This is the Cowboy Bebop bit.
I
This
will
is
then
why do I have all three of them on my ship? Oh man.
I mean, what my original form looks like isn't like a secret or anything.
Yeah, you've
Showed you
shown
before.
us. Yeah.
I'm mostly curious to see like if you'll see me get shorter, and if so, how's that gonna work with the fact that I'm not?
Huh?
I mean,
Like, oh,
Yeah,
you'll still be
whoa,
able to see what we're
whoa.
yeah, but
currently seeing
but what
too.
will the
Like you're
armor
aware
look
of
like?
both.
Oh, you're gonna see two of me.
That's gonna hurt my brain
Mhm.
so hard.
Well, I mean, this magic is supposed to make it hurt less. So
But that is, if it does that,
No, it's
just in
the
general.
visual. I
I mean,
barely
okay, so
emotional.
beyond the parlor trick of that, if you can just see everything for whatever it is for a while, that's pretty useful going into a incredibly magical place, right? Or does it let you see magic? That's a different one.
It doesn't let me detect magic, it lets me see through it. If that makes sense.
I mean,
So,
I guess it would be good if it lets you see through like illusion magic.
Yes,
'Cause
for
then
example, if I walked into a room that I did not know had a hidden door, I would not see whatever it is disguising it, I would just see a door. Does that make sense?
yeah, I
So I
mean,
don't know that there's anything covering it up, I just see it there.
it seems like it'd be really useful for a lot of things, actually.
Yep.
That's why it's difficult magic.
That's why it is either this or healing.
Well, to occupy myself for the rest of the day, who wants to read this incredibly magical scroll?
Well, we've got to all do that together, or we're gonna have to all do it sequentially. So if Mel's still hacking, we should probably wait on that.
Yeah, okay. I'll be. I can't find a more dignified way to say reading my storybook, so I'll just be reading my storybook.
What stories do you have right now?
Uh, I have the creation myth, and I have the story of Chandria.
Okay. I'll get you a new one here in a minute. Um, let's see. Olvius, you said you're doing spells. Is there anything else you need to do today?
Nope.
Okay. Godric, well, what are you getting yourself up to then?
I think that I would probably just. God, I have no idea. I don't think I have anything specific I do. I'll pitter around, maybe have Haza read a story out loud.
Okay. Let's see. We've got creation, ascension, and let's do this one. Inks, what are you up to today?
Nothing. I don't know what I don't know what there is to do alone. So
You could scout if you wanted to. Given that you are the best adept at that, if there were directions you wanted to move ahead, so long as they're not necessarily blocked or whatever, I'd give you the opportunity to get more info for your friends.
why do you have to tempt me? You know it's a stupid idea, and you know I want to do it.
Well, it's because I'm trying to let you know that it's not necessarily a stupid idea, and this might be the safe place or time to do it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go scout.
All right, Fey Tales. The newest one has been added to the bottom there.
Ooh.
Let's see. I will give you this information, Inks. I'll walk you around a little bit so you can
Oh,
see
I
the
know
direction you're headed.
exactly where I want to go.
Is it exactly where I'm sending you?
It looks like it.
Yeah, okay, awesome. All right.
Yep.
All right, excellent. So you come upon, as a reminder, a little bit of a community that is also walled and gated, as many of these have been. And there is also, as you have seen, a section of this neighborhood that does not that appears to be either leveled or low. In that many of the buildings around very clearly indicate the shape of a space, but there is something that is beyond the wall that is not tall enough for you to see. You presume a park or garden or something, or perhaps rubble. You don't know yet.
I
Um,
would also like to state that I let them know where I was going.
right, 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 right.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Visible and disappear.
I'll.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
going
who wants to
to.
test invisibility on me first?
I'd
Sorry,
offer
you
to
were
go
going
with you, but I can't do that. So good luck.
to. Godspeed.
Just don't get caught. Um, I-
uh, sorry, go ahead. You were saying something.
oh, I was just gonna say, if nothing else, I will open some doors so that you can see the things ahead that you would turn back before you interfered with. Or I guess you can make the call when you see it.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So
Let's.
you're able to find your way through this first door.
Mm.
Let's see. Oh, okay. You have ahead of you here, there is a groundskeeper building. And this direction, you can see that there is another smaller garden and gate that is not as tall of walls as the one you kind of walked around just now, but still like 6-ish feet tall. Um, you are recognizing, however, some features that indicate that what is beyond this wall is a cemetery. And beyond the gate that is right here, I'll just hit the open so that you know the one I'm talking about. Um, you can see a stretch of land that is a garden that is also entirely filled with mist, a very unnatural mist that you can see. It's sort of yellow greenish, um, and is drifting upwards in what is very obvious to you. Like, you've seen like walls of fire, walls of stone, that kind of thing. You're seeing these small barriers of this mist where every once in a while a brief face or hand sort of presses against what would be the surface of this wall and silently cries out desperately to you. You can see through the walls, and see into them and also past them. From where you are, you can't tell whether or not they're physical barriers, but you can you see this odd bit of architecture which as you're considering it almost look like a maze of souls. Maze of
Cool.
lost souls or something.
I'm gonna turn to the groundskeeper then.
You're gonna go into the building.
The groundskeeper, the door right here, right? You
Okay.
said that was a groundskeeper area.
Yeah, like a shed. Yep, you can go in if you choose.
Yeah. Click.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
The door opens and a uh, and a small person jumps with a start and a shout. Um, you see like a halfling, a halfling woman who seems startled out of her wits, crawling onto some furniture in this room that does appear to have been made into a camp inside this building.
Hey there. I'm just looking around, not a danger to anybody. Seeing what's going on. What's your name?
Nailed it. Really, really landed that plane.
uh, oh, give me one moment. Her name is. Oh, okay. I guess I did just make it that easy. Her name is Rose.
Little on the nose there, Max.
um. Uh. She 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 says, "You're not gonna eat me, right?"
Sorry, you said eat me?
Yeah. Lots of things eat people here.
Um, we're kind of the same size. I don't know how much I could actually eat before I would get full. It seems like a big waste of meat. I guess I could have said no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tend to not eat people. Probably also could have started with that. Hi, Rose. I'm Meeks. I'm just admiring everything that's going on here. Uh, What's up with the mist?
Uh, that's a very good question. I haven't been here for very long. Uh, but in there, is I've been trying to explore a little bit and find my way around, but most of the crew that I traveled with, like my cousins who came with me, uh, got eaten in there
Dear
by,
God.
yeah, like I said, things eat people here.
Inside the garden graveyard?
hmm Yeah, the walls are filled with, well, now some of my cousins, but
Oh,
other people, I think, faces, souls, not exactly sure what they're doing in there instead of passing on, but kind of seems like a problem bigger than me. But all of my stuff is there. I dropped my gear when I ran.
how far in is the gear?
Uh, maybe 20, 30 feet.
Oh wow, that's anyways. Well, I'm glad I came here first. That seems extremely dangerous. Thank you for pointing that out. So are you just holed up in here forever then?
um, I mean, you don't need to eat when you live here, and if you don't go into that maze, you don't get grabbed.
So you're just content living the rest of your days for eternity in this room by yourself with no gear and no family.
Putting a lot of assumptions on me. Um, if I had an answer, no, I would not be comfortable with doing that. But I don't necessarily have an alternative.
Right. Yeah, no, that's what I was kind of getting at. Sounds like a bad plan. Um, so, wait, why did you come here in the first place?
I didn't mean to. We like
I mean,
fell
like,
in.
sorry, uh, fell in from where?
Um, well, there was this underground palace that had the heads of feathered snakes in the jungles, and there was this pool that had some green water in it. And when um, when I went to go look over at it, I slipped, and everyone else followed me, and now they're all dead. So I'm dealing with a lot, physically and emotionally.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like that. When they went in there, did they get caught? Like, what kept them from running away like you?
Oh, yeah, yeah, the things in the walls can grab you.
Ah, okay, that's not good. All right, all right.
Yeah, at first we were like, it's just a maze and you can see all the way through to the end, but and we got in there and it was worse than we thought it could be.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I have this group that I came with. We didn't fall down a hole or anything like that, but our plan is to eventually escape. Where are you from?
I'm actually from Neverwinter, originally. Well, originally a little town outside, but then we moved and I grew up there, went to school, and then I signed on with some, world walkers, and it's gone a little awry, I think. I don't think this is going to go super well on any applications I may be able to put forward, but I kind of had resigned myself to this. Should just for the tiny building.
World Walkers. That is a cool name. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Group escape. Did you want to join us, or I don't know? I think your options here: hang out with us or stay here forever.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can try to keep up, um, but I don't know how fast you all move and if I will be useful.
Well, if it helps, we also have some pretty slow people. Really, all of them are pretty slow. So I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. Wait, are you hurt or something?
Um, no, it's just that my education is fairly fresh.
Education in
Well, I am a little bit of a smith. Just a little bit. I can make supplies and craft things, and this place is surprisingly good for creating things when you're able to find them, but that does require traveling, and it's really dangerous out there. I've already lost a finger, and she holds up one hand where she's missing her pinky.
oh. uh okay. Your gear. Anything important in there?
Um, I'm gonna say yes
Like
because it is
what?
everything I own.
Like what specifically stands out as super important?
Well, a staff, um, and a book of instructions. Um, that's it.
Okay. 30 feet in?
Give or take.
All right, come with me really quick. Point it out.
uh, she points here-ish.
Ah. You're killing me, Rose. All right. Is this something I can jump over? Is it like floor to ceiling?
It's not floor to ceiling. However, these walls are fairly incorporeal. Um,
So I could run through
you could.
God.
them. Super important, right? Like very like vital. Vitally important.
It's pretty helpful.
Hmm. I don't know if you're helping yourself, Rose. Helpful and vital are not the same.
Um, hmm, vital to me, and I would be happy to. You know what? And she kind of braces herself. I'll give you my staff if you're able to get me my book.
What does your staff do?
It's for World Walker.
Is that like does it do anything cool?
Yeah, it makes traveling easier.
Oh, sweet. All right, all right, all right. I got a plan. It's not a good one. All right, but should anything happen to me, like I get stuck or whatever, I need you
Can't
to
help
run
you.
around the corner. There's a group of people. Tell them I fucked up. They'll understand, and then lead them back here. Cool. Yeah, we agree.
She nods.
Inks. Inks is the name, in case you forgot already.
Ink.
That'll be vitally important.
Yes,
See, there's
plural
that
ink.
word,
I can remember.
vital.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. What am I
God, I
doing?
love ink so much.
I guess we need to make a safe word for situations like this. Like we need to make like, a code word that lets a stranger know, hey, my
I
friend
think
has just gotten fucked up and
I
I
ran
think
feel
into.
like
Ink's got fucked up. It
Yeah,
covers it.
Ink's got Ink's got eaten by a maze, and we all go, oh, okay.
our code
Yeah,
phrase from here on out is Ink's fucked up.
Ink's fucked up, or Ink's
I'm
got
right
eaten.
here.
Oh,
Yeah, we know that's just our code phrase. This
Yeah.
time it was Torque. Let's go.
It's like it's like Community. Did she Brita it?
It's that one like bit from The Simpsons where they're like, Bart, no, I'm right here. Oh, sorry, force of habit. Lisa.
Actually, better question, Rose. Did the walls grab your friends?
It's kind of a blur.
Great. Super helpful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right.
I
You said
I'll
you
I'll
said like
let you
gray
know.
hair.
This is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, you can go back and get your friend now. But I love this.
No, this is so much better.
God.
I sure could. Let's move on. I'm gonna run. I'm going to use a key point.
Mhm.
Oh dear God.
Let's go. Hell
I'm gonna,
yeah.
I'm gonna use a key point
Yeah, faster will fix it.
to
What you
dodge.
even better. Dodge the maze. Dodge the wall you're running
I
through.
thought you were gonna
Yeah,
disengage. Dodge is funnier.
dodge is even better.
Well, the thing is
Oh,
dodge is actually
disengage is smarter.
dodge is practically like literally it is the smarter choice. It's
Is
just
it? Okay.
fascinating. Well, I
Yeah, you're gonna try to
usually
dodge the wall
mathematically
you're running
granting
through.
everything disadvantage and advantage on your deck saves mathematically shakes out a little like a little bit better, but disengage means they don't even get to swing. So like either option is solid. They just do different things.
Okay, then I will take back my key point and use my free disengage.
See, big brain.
So good at optimizing
Yeah,
characters, guys.
you've really changed the workflow here. Now run
It's
through a
just
wall. Now
ki-
check in my notes here. It says you're gonna run through a wall.
That may or
Right.
may not be
That
grapple.
may or may not eat you. Right. Okay.
sorry. Second thing, you can also change that key point in case it gets to swing, so you at least have
Hmm.
advantage on your deck saves. Correct?
Well, I
It
have
Yeah.
doesn't
to.
eat
It's
the
a
same
bonus
action.
action.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Never
yeah, yeah,
mind.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Plus,
I
I
was
need
just
my action.
wondering if it ate the same action economy.
I need my action to dash. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't get out of the maze in one turn.
You got it. You got
Yeah.
this all figured out. You're fine.
Rose, one more thing.
Mhm.
Let them know this looked really cool. All right.
I'll
And I Need a
I'll
Hero starts gently playing in the background.
I'll tell them that no matter what I see.
Rose, I think we're gonna be great friends. And she runs in.
This is really
Right.
effective way to be the like thing that gets people killed by this maze. Like the guardian of this maze just goes, "Yeah, go in there and get it for me." Cool. And
I
it's
want to
just
point
still
out
hang.
the thing about like getting caught is I was afraid it wasn't gonna be an attack action or
Hmm.
like an
Mhm.
action like that. I thought it
Mhm.
was gonna be like, hey, just because you ran into the wall, now you have to do a deck save.
Yeah.
That's why I decided to dodge. But let's go with disengage.
I think that the way you were thinking about it is exactly how I wanted you to think about it.
uh
So so you're good. You are getting the intended reaction, which will be when you first make impact with that wall. For a brief second, you're like, "God, that felt like a wall," and
Oops, it's a
then
wall. Shit.
you find your body. You are fast and small, and you do cut through this incorporeal force, and then hit another wall on your way through and force your way.
I need to
Like,
write this down because it's genuinely a hilarious bit to throw at D&D characters to make the wall look like fog, and it's just a real wall, so you run full speed at and just smash into it because it's just a fucking wall.
Like the Windex birds.
Make a con save to see if you didn't knock yourself out.
and I will say that this space that you have to pass through will count as difficult terrain, so it'll be
Yeah,
an
I saw
extra
that
square.
coming for
All
sure.
right. All right. And while you are in that space, you feel not cold, you feel vacant, as if all the heat is drawn from you, and you can't even feel your own warmth in the cold. And in that split second you are stuck in that space, you feel the faces and leering mouths of people coming down upon you. Um, and then you are through and turn to see the open and aghast maws and open palms of people trying to grasp at you as you sprint by them. Um, this same expression is mirrored on the faces of the walls that you sprint past. You find this little bag, which includes a very interesting stick sticking out of it, and grab that and begin running back, I assume.
Before I run back,
Right.
just a quick
Disengaging again.
little scansies.
Uh,
Is there anything else of interest around here?
Funnily enough, there are things.
Not these creatures.
Okay. You can see that many of the walls are in fact like sitting on top of burial sites. So these walls are like literally the path that you are currently walking is literally a walking path in the cemetery.
Mm,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
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 So you are in the only clear and undedicated ground in this burial grounds. You also see several malformed undead of various like assemblage sort of drifting around in here. They
Mm,
are interested in you, but their movement speed uh, cannot rival yours at all, and so they will not be able to interfere with you, provided that the remainder of your turn is to flee.
yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of checking for the bodies for
Mhm.
friends.
Oh
Slash
yeah, yeah.
brothers.
You don't see any of like their corpses immediately, but there is like fog still on the ground, so it's possible. You haven't tripped over
Yeah.
anything either.
Yeah.
Um, you also do see an ornate uh front of house to a building down here on the south.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
Yep.
I don't care about that.
Okay.
All right. I will flee.
Right. Back into safety with ugly things reaching out after you with rank undead breath and the spirits once again trying to grab you. I think they're going to get an opportunity to try to grab you on your second way through, but you disengaged.
Mm,
So let me see what the okay, yeah, I don't think they're going to be. You disengaged. That's the turn. All right. Yep. All right. You made it out.
Way to bury the lead, Rose. That wall was horrible.
Well, none of us tried to go through it.
Oh, well, that's just a lack of foresight on your part. All right, you ready? I
You
will
give her
hold out.
your bag.
I will hold out her bag to her.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And as she takes it, she puts the staff sticking out of it into your hand. It is a purple wood on one half of it and black in the other, and the two halves are like split down the middle. With let's see, carved four-pointed stars down the staff of it. Each one of those little carvings is currently glowing warmly as it holds all 10 charges.
She just has like big dilated pupils, like, wow.
Yeah, that's the most valuable thing I've ever owned in my life, but I really do owe you, so you can have it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go meet my friends.
All right, I'll take you and Rose to meet your friends.
Part of me regrets not running around more.
What was that?
Part of me regrets not running around more.
All right, everybody. Inks returns with a scrawny little halfling woman and a big magic stick.
Hey guys, this is Rose. She's trapped here. I figured
Okay.
it's probably best not to leave her. And then she gave me a
Hi.
stick.
Mhm.
Oh, hey. Mel looks up and she still has this streak of blood on her forehead and elbow, just elbow deep in gore. Sorry.
She she sees the body you're inside of, and she blanches and blacks out.
So she blacks out.
Yeah, she's gonna drop. She's unconscious.
Mel, I just met her.
Look, man, you knew I was. You knew I was basically doing the embalming process, but scraping the fat off instead of pulling the guts out. So,
That's the worst way you could have
this was
described it.
on you. It's like basically the same cuts, minus all the
Okay.
flayed parts during on the arms.
Yeah,
and
elaborate.
legs.
Yeah, but most of us
Right.
don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, more details is making it better.
Just saying, I
I
don't make
find
a
that
lot of
it.
friends.
Well, then don't take her back to the place where a dead body is being flayed, maybe. I wasn't moving.
Oh, so you made easier friends with her than you wouldn't even let me be your friend until we had known each other like a
Hey,
month.
Well, she
hey,
had a
Inks.
stick.
Inks, why don't you offer her this, and I'll pour a cup of tea and hand it to Inks, and I'll use a level 1 healing word on Rose.
Oh, that's a great idea. And she splashes it on her face.
You know that's hot tea.
Hey,
Even better.
Iphigenia, are you able to get her home? Because if you can, I would really wish that you would.
Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Like for real, real?
I mean,
No,
I'm
hold on,
considering it. I'm
hold
just
on.
look. I'm not saying do it immediately this second, but
Okay.
Inks, this is dangerous.
Okay, what about
I
a
mean,
stick?
yeah, I have a stick. In a second.
Okay,
Godric.
that's nice.
Godric, she's an adventurer like us, although seemingly less successful.
I mean,
And
I'm just saying she just fainted very easily, and we're gonna go fight a super lich.
I mean, we only get one of these from her each. Is this really how you want to spend your favor?
I mean, if it means that this person doesn't die horribly,
We could just stuff her in a corner.
Are you
What?
hearing yourself, Inks? How about Godric? You're willing to give your favor, correct?
yeah, I think I would be.
And Rose, would
Is she awake
we are?
after getting hot tea on her
i-
face?
Yeah, she's awake now.
Okay.
would you like to? We are going to fight the the lich that runs this place and destroy its this whole entire thing. So, if you want to help us do that, then you're welcome to. He has a wish that could take you home right now. Do you want to go home or do you want to help us?
Well, I, it would be nice if I could help you, but I think the Voyager staff might be more help than I might be able to. If there is a way to go, I mean, the Voyager staff could take me home, but that is yours now. So, um,
Wait.
I
Oh, that's
didn't know that a lich was the person who was in charge here. So that this sounds a little bit bigger than I might be able to handle.
Oh, so you weren't aware that this was like a Netherese city.
No, no, we
Yeah.
were in Chult.
Oh, yeah, no. This is very bad news. Wait, you said something about the staff being able to teleport you?
Yeah, it's a Voyager staff. It's meant for helping you get places.
Ah, so you use it to got it. Hmm. Well, if you're willing to use the wish, Godric.
I mean, yeah, I think I am. You know,
no, it's fine. I just got it, but she can have it back. Here, and she's not looking at her when she holds out the stick. Here.
I believe that, well, for the purpose of this, the you can use the staff after attuning to it to help her get home, if you'd like. Um, it will just use some of the charges, so I'll leave that up to you. And technically, there is a little bit of silliness with how it would actually work, but for the sake of you guys getting to keep your item, you can use some of the charges to send her home if you want, or you could use one of your wishes with Athena, or you could leave her here and she'll probably die.
Gee, jeez.
I'm just, we have multiple favors, and this is the kind of thing that I was keeping mine for.
We're about to go fight a lich. You don't think we might need more than one favor?
I have one that I'm not going to be selfish with. If any of you need something that only a wish could provide at the moment, then I will give mine to you. I'm not going to use it on myself. So,
That's what I'm
I don't
saying. Like
see.
we can send her away without using a wish. Like, isn't that the smarter move?
Are the charges finite, or do they replenish
I'm
daily,
gonna
weekly,
defer
monthly?
to her so I don't metagame.
Yeah, they come back, I believe. Yeah, at dawn.
Then why don't? Then let's do it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if that's the, yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm not willing to give up one of my attunement slots. Does anyone else want to attune to my stick?
Sure.
Which will remain
Yeah,
known as my stick.
I got one free, but
I'll give it back. Mel will take the stick and attune to, sorry, Inks's stick,
Thank you.
and I will attune to Inks's stick.
All right. We'll give up the craft project for a brief minute. As you attune to the Voyager staff. Let's see. And
Do I have to know to expel
Oh wow, it's actually really good for
teleport?
you.
Wow, that is actually pretty good. Two. Wow, holy shit.
Not so stupid now.
Um, one thing I'm
mm,
realizing. Do I know what teleportation circles do I know of?
uh, the one in Baxium Tower.
The one in Baxium
Um,
Tower.
I would say that it's reasonable for you. No, I feel like that's probably a word of recall place. Never mind. Um, that might be it. What I'm going to say for the use of this is if you attune to it, you can use the spell teleport and get her home using her resources, if that makes sense. Um, and technically teleport takes you with it, but like let's keep the game fun, you know.
Yes.
You can use 7 of the 10 charges right now to send Rose home, and then you'll have to re-roll tomorrow for the charge recharge.
You got it. Uh, so I will do just that. Do you wanna say goodbye, Inks? Oh,
uh,
also, we're from. Where were we up? We were operating under or out of Luskin, correct?
You were, yeah.
Yeah, we were in Luskin last. Last we were up on the surface. So if we're ever around, you got a place to say hi. Looks at Inks.
she just wordlessly hugs Rose a little too tight.
Oh, I was gonna say she's hugging you without saying anything. Like you did not offer, and she's got her arms like your arms pinned to your sides.
She'll cup her cheek with her hand and say, "I'll always remember you."
And then she's teleported away. Bye bye.
Mel rolls her
While I'm
eyes
still holding
as she
her.
does the magic.
Smells like enough of the sappy garbage. Okay. Let's take our 15-minute break and be back at 20 past.
Sounds good. BRB. I am back. I love that there's a Corpse Slayer quarterstaff variant. That's just in the game.
Okay, so in your guys' brief pocket of downtime, Olvius has been embroidering, Mel has been butchering, Inks has made and then sent out a friend. um, uh, Godric and Haza were doing some reading. Torek, what are you up to?
Torek will be going over the jars that he found in the mummy's
Okay.
area. Um,
Okay.
start with the detect magic just to see if they're magic. I don't have any reference
Yes.
books around, but
They are all magical and heavily necrotic.
hey, Olvius,
Yeah,
um,
what's that?
you got a minute to tell me what these are? I pulled them out of the mummy's lair, but and I know they're magical, and I know it's necromancy, but I don't have any way to try to look them up right now or compare them to anything. Thought maybe you told us what stuff is before.
Sure, I'll give it a shot. I'll take 10 minutes to ritually cast Identify.
Sure thing. It's early enough in the day that doing so is not an obstacle for you. Each of these jars does have what we as human beings recognize as hieroglyphs upon them, but they are not as densely packed as you may be expecting from Egyptology. The iconography on them is fairly simple, but identifying them lets you know that each of these vessels contains some of the flesh pieces of the money histak. And within 24 hours, should these vessels remain intact and the contents within remain undisturbed, Histak's body will reconjure itself in its completion using these organs. So
Yeah, it sounds like we're gonna want to destroy these, and I'll explain what they are.
mhm.
I will shatter them. I will walk out into the hallway since there's delicate surgery afoot, and just
Delicate surgery. So you're saying Mel's working on a foot now?
not that I expect this to work, but let's give this a try to begin with. I'll just throw them against the floor.
They are magical, but they are clay, and I specified necrotic energy. So, the clay shatters, but the gore inside, way too fresh for being thousands of years old, spills in liquidy mess and begins to kind of convulse. Nothing more happening beyond that at the moment, but it's very clearly living tissue.
Good.
It's gonna be loud for a second, folks. Like, somebody make fire. Fire's
I'll
good here, right?
I'll send some
Obvious.
fire bolts on these things.
Mm-hmm.
The various body parts that have spilled out onto the floor.
Yeah. Burning, less shooting, but mostly burning, and other forms of bludgeoning damage will eventually pulverize this organic matter.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
in about 6 hours, hopefully I'll be able to do all of these in one big shot.
I have no idea what that means, but we got a couple of these jars.
All right, let's keep at it.
Great work, everybody. The two of you managed to break these urns and destroy their contents. Before my die roll was going to allow this body to form. He would have just been next to you since you brought the jars with you.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, buds. Good work. Now what? Anything else Torque wants to do? now that he's destroyed some priceless relics from a literally bygone age.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up the clay pieces as best I can and pack them away safely for later.
They were like, this when I found them.
No, I straight up had to destroy them because there was a mummy lord inside them. So
All right. Well, what's next, gang? Are you guys wrapping up your day here?
Think so.
Okay. Then anything you'd like to plan in the evening for tomorrow or prepare for tomorrow?
Just that true sight paste.
As your day comes to an exhausting end, Mel, you are able to have collected enough fat and rendered it well enough that you can blend in the mushrooms and saffron into a ointment. Blech.
Yeah. After like the hours of very diligent work, she just looks down disappointed, like, fuck, this is gonna have to go inside of me at some point. This sucks. That's fine. You
Okay.
said that was a vampire, right?
It was. So it's been undead for a long time. And now it's a goo for your eyes.
You know, on the bright side, means I don't have to do any like defiled corpse paperwork. Thanks for for whoever got me the undead. Haza, could you clean me up?
Yeah.
Thanks.
The
All right.
prestidigitation hose down.
The classic.
Okay. Well, you can take another long rest. And what is the plan for the following day?
Well, are we gonna kick this shit off or are we gonna backtrack?
Well, if we backtrack, there is a door we haven't gone through yet, but it's through a graveyard that tries to catch you, filled with some undead.
That sounds like something I'm willing to let get destroyed.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting it. I think we should go through the door. The
Yep,
main three key door.
Yeah, but bearing in mind going through the door means, as I said,
that's
kicking this
it,
shit
yeah.
off. There's no. I
That's my
mean,
vote.
maybe there's like it isn't what we think, but it feels like.
Fuck off.
Also, aren't we going to
Okay.
need the? Do we know how to destroy the Mythalar?
Uh, no. Not particularly, at least. I was gonna call in a favor, but
It's just
that also
we have
might not work.
an archmage in a box that we could ask since we well presumably past that door is either Vrake's sister, Vrake, the Mythalar, or all three in no particular order, right? As far as we know.
Correct.
So there's no point in initiating a fight if we don't know how to destroy the Mythalar because if we can't kill him, without destroying it, right?
Yep.
Right. So we need to know how to. I mean, I'm going to assume we can't just hit it, because I could try to hit it, but
I mean, nothing's come as far as, you know, as far to even see it, let alone hit it, so it's not
right. But I'm saying
outside of the
once
realm of possibility.
once we've committed to this, though, there is no let's take a moment to consider what to do about the Mythalar problem, because presumably we just are going to be fighting.
Well, I mean, we might. If we encounter it first or get all the fighting done before we get to it, we'll have plenty of time to think.
Won't Vrake come back?
Yes, but it takes time for a body to reform itself. I doubt that he's going to be back within, minutes, hours, maybe even days or weeks. Can't tell you for sure. He's powerful, but that doesn't mean that these things don't take time.
Yeah, but
I,
whatever this is way bigger than a normal version, isn't it? It's powered by what, thousands of souls at this point? Tens, hundreds?
No. The souls
no,
get consumed. The souls
consumed.
are
Yeah,
gone.
or not.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the power it has, if it ate him, I mean, is it being
it.
used all the time?
Yes,
That's
it's
what
like.
keeps the lich
Right.
functioning.
Yeah, it's what it
That's
has
why
to
it has
do
to
to.
get
It's
more.
like food. We don't get more powerful each meal we eat. It's just,
I
it
mean, you
is.
kind of do if you exercise. It's fine.
You're being pedantic. You know what I mean. If you eat something, you don't gain its powers, so to speak. It metabolizes and is gone. Same with these souls. I mean, he could have an abundance of them that he's storing to eat, but he's not gaining, like, material power from them.
I will cede the floor then to those who know more about this than I do, because I don't know if it's better to just get in there. That's my inclination, is just to get in there. But I understand more information, considering we have several potential sources, might be worth pursuing.
I mean, we still should also at least warn or move the kobolds and lizard folk. Something about that before we kick all this off, because it might be a point of no return. I mean, realistically, the only person who does have any information and can share it is Yvist. The mage has a like a pact with him, so he's not going to betray any information. He's made that clear. And Yvist is only going to tell us something if we let her free. So, if you want more information, that's the price. because you're right. We have no idea how to destroy this thing.
Well, what to do now?
It's a great question. Anybody else?
I already said go through the door.
Yeah. I still think we need to deal with Denim before we have to worry about Vrake. She's supposed to guard the outside of the actual sanctuary.
Then where is she?
Prob- Probably past the door. Because there's the Palace of Light, Sanctuary of Light, something like that. But that's the actual temple at the center of the city. That's where that's where the Mythalar is in the center of that temple, but we're not to the temple. I'm not even sure these doors get us into the temple. They may just get us into the center of the city. I mean, she's supposed to have a whole militia. I can't imagine they're keeping a militia parked in there day by day, right?
Ed, your question wasn't to me, right?
No, that was to everybody.
Okay.
And through the
Am I
door.
weird for thinking that there is some space between where we are now and where the actual Mythalar is? That they're keeping an entire militia? There's going to be some space in between there, right?
I suppose
Well,
so.
yeah, certainly.
Go through the door like everyone says and see if we can deal with Dana. Get that out of the way. Get her out of the way. And her militia. See what we can see in there. I mean, or we can go through this mist that tries to eat you. I mean, that.
Honestly, not too inclined to do that.
Yeah, I think we all agree it's a bad idea, which is why I'm just sort of. I think
Then
we
let's
just
get through
open up
those
the door and get
doors.
going.
It seems like it's the best of bad option.
Isn't it always?
Lead the way, someone. I'm 2 feet tall. I can't hit that top lock.
I mean, I'll be happy to be the one to open the door. I'll collect the keys and start headed that way.
Okie dokie. I'll put y'all in front of the door. Oh god, here we go. Okay. When you begin to approach the door with all three keys in hand, it is easier for Godric for you to see the door itself. And you can clearly see the placement of the three locks, as well as an inscription that you cannot read on the door above the locks.
Can I tell what language it's in?
Given the context, you're gonna guess Netherese.
I can see an inscription. Someone with the magic eyes wanna see if they can read what it says, or should I just put the keys in?
Give me 10 minutes, please, and I'll
Thank you,
ritually
sir.
cast comprehend languages.
Okay. 10 minutes pass. You can put your hands upon the door to read the language. It reads the phrase. I can just copy paste. I don't have to
Don't
type
put
this
keys into the lock, or it blows up and kills everyone.
out. Heidi claims its proper place above all else.
The keys that we have, are they noticeably different?
There you are. There is a golden key, a mithril key, and an adamantine key, each with their own separate and differently languaged inscriptions on them.
Okay. Do I recognize any of those languages? I do know Celestial.
I don't believe that any of them are in Celestial, but you guys have translated all of the sayings on the
Oh yeah.
keys.
Duh.
So let me give that to you. Good night, Miles. Good night.
Trying to army crawl across the hallway.
Yeah.
If you army crawl, the sleepy night night can't catch you. Little known secret.
And is there anything other than one on top of another that marks these keyholes as different?
No.
Okay.
I think you've got the adamantine key has like stars on it from the the star canopy that you collected it from. Um the golden key has some sun rays, and the mithril key on its hilt has moons.
I want to try putting them in with the gold key on top, the adamantine key in the center, and the mithril key at the bottom.
Okay. There is, let's see. All right, you insert the keys. The locks freeze, literally ice over, and do not move.
And the keys are stuck in them now.
Yeah.
God damn it. So guys, I really thought I had this one.
What?
I mean,
Wait.
look, can someone light a match or a torch or something? We just need to thaw this. Or, well,
Try breaking it, but there's no promise I won't break the keys.
I'm gonna grab the adamantine key because I can't break that and try to pull it out.
It does not budge. You are not locked out of this place, but that will not be enough.
Okay, do we just need to like beat the shit out of it with a pommel or what?
I would
The
like to
gold
punch the
Fireball.
key is
eyes.
going to be deformed.
I would like to
Just
punch the ice
fire.
around the adamantine key.
Sure, punch the ice.
Only around the adamantine
You want me to hold you up so you can?
key. Uppies.
Wait,
Okay,
Godric, did you put
I'll
the
hold you level
adamantine
with it. And
key
you punch it.
first?
I want to see if it
No, I
works.
put the gold key first.
The one that's inscription says second.
Well, it says strength second. I feel like adamantine would be
And
second.
adamantine is strong, so strong second, and then piety and gold is I equate gold to like obviously gold is deific
Uh-huh.
to me at least.
So we're thinking instead it's mithril gold
Mithril
adamantine.
adamantine. Gold.
Yes,
Mithril
correct.
adamantine gold.
Yes.
But what about okay. That's fine. Inks, I'll hold you up. You punch the ice, I guess.
Punch.
Just hold you out at arm's length as you're fucking just kicking and flailing.
For 5 minutes.
Mm.
Well,
as,
30
as the-
seconds in, I would have given up.
oh yeah. In 5 minutes, the ice begins to fall in pieces, as if it does not melt. It's simply just cascades.
Oh, like we put in the wrong code, and so we were locked out for 10
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is this
We
a
didn't have to call
common
security.
trap design? I've never heard of this.
Okay.
So we're
Okay.
saying
Theoretically-
mithril, adamantine, and then gold.
Mithril,
Mithril
adamantine, gold.
gold. No.
Mithril gold.
Mithril gold. Adamantine.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Um, Mel has been
Divinity-
very assertive. I will put it in that order.
Okay.
Can
Send
you
it.
repeat that for me?
It was mithril. The night is mine. My reasoning being Mistra. Gold, strength second, pretty literal. And then first in hardness, not in place, adamantine doesn't specify. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
mithril, gold, adamantine.
and without having to turn the keys, once inserted correctly, they turn together and the door opens.
Oh, nice.
This is the most excited you will ever see Mel. She like does like a little fist pump, like yes, and then is back to being like super stoic.
Mel, am I missing something? Like, what does mithril or the knight have to do with piety?
But the night, it's Mistra thing. Remember, this place was dedicated to her before the demon magic.
Okay, I guess I just don't know
I
much about
think.
her, so the stars and the mithril didn't. Okay, cool. Well, we're in now, so.
Yeah, we also found it in a shrine to Mistra. All
Oh
right.
yeah. Okay, well,
Oh yeah.
I will push the door open.
Go for it. You open the room to a chamber that is dazzling in its perfection. There is no age within this room, and each wall is glittering um, with precious crystalline formations within immense and brightly colored marble stone tiles um, that sort of dazzle you when you enter. Light down the pillared path ignite and sort of highlight in the center of the room a small dais with a bronze ring that is slowly starting to spin. Um, in each of the corners of this room, there are figures that are carved as deities of the elemental planes. They're all made of stone, um, but they are carved as like an Afridi within the red corner of the room, and a spiraling tornado of a humanoid visage made of quartz crystal in the part of the room dedicated to air. This place feels like a temple, but does not merit any of the iconography of one. The spinning bronze circle on the dais continues to spin, but just sort of lazily. Um, it is also beginning, let's see, to glow in the seams between the bronze rings and the stone platform. Um, Not sure what that is, but there's something happening over there.
All right. Can we get some magic eyes in here, folks?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna just turn on a quick little divine sense and see if I pick anything up, but probably won't. But
You are assured that this place is free of undead and celestial beings. However, you are detecting consecration coming from the space where this ring is over here, like from inside it.
when you say ring, how big is this ring?
Like 6, maybe 7 feet in diameter.
Okay.
Oh, it's big.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's big. Yeah. Does it? It feels pretty portally to me. Guys, what do you? Pretty portally.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly.
Oh, make sure we don't leave behind the keys. We don't want to have to find them again.
I'm gonna try and cast detect magic as a ritual, but if I see any big change, see that ring like charging or the intensity growing, then I'll just cast
Gotcha. Okay. I think that you feel confident enough, given the mellowness of the pace,
Mhm.
and you are able to complete your ritual. Um, you do see that each of the stone pillars or platforms that the statues are on contain conjuration magic. Um, you can see that the portally thing that
Mhm.
Godric pointed out is indeed also magical, and I want to say transmutation, but I think that it is conjuration.
Okay. I'll relay that to everyone.
That's doesn't bode well.
I mean, teleportation magic is conjuration magic, isn't it? Goes in line with the portally theory.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about those, and she points to the statues.
Oh yeah, we're probably gonna have to fight those things.
They do feel out of place for this area, right? This looks
Little
like it
bit.
should be a temple to the gods or something, but these are elementals.
Anybody want to
Just
try and
me?
smash
Okay.
one of those before we see if they come about?
Probably worth doing. Yeah.
I mean,
I
unless breaking one of these turns off the portal, or I don't know. I wish I knew more.
Well, what happens if we get closer to the dais in the middle?
I'll find out. Hold on. I'll go to it.
A few of you approach. Um, you came in here with the keys. So far, nothing is occurring.
We have the keys, so nothing is nothing is occurring. I mean, do we need to leave the keys behind? Or are we not supposed to take
No,
them
no,
out of the
no, no,
key?
no, 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 no. I
I think we
think it's because we have the keys in our possession and didn't leave them
yeah.
in the door that the
Ergo,
statues
we're
are.
allowed to be here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
If we had broken in somehow, you know, maybe things wouldn't be so pretty right now.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
High security.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that you did have to kill a mummy lord to get one of these keys.
Yeah.
You've bypassed the traps.
Okay, well, into the fold, I guess.
Yep.
Yep.
Can I get a marching order?
Dibs on front.
Yeah, I'll go
Dibs
behind
on second.
Godric. No, I'll go behind Haza. Or Inks, I guess. Unless Inks wants to be in the rear.
Which way are we going? To the left?
Just setting up. 1,
Yeah,
2.
that'll do.
Sorry.
Okay.
You want to go in front or behind Inks?
Okay, I'm fine.
Alright. Let you take my space.
Oh, I can move up one more.
Right. And
Yeah.
Torek, how would you like to be?
towards the middle.
Okay.
Alright.
And where is our weasel?
Should be carrying Oleus around.
I forgot. I forgot.
I forgot about that, yeah.
God, yes. Let me tell you about my best friend.
I love that Torque's not even riding Pakareva. It's obvious that's just being carted around by the giant weasel.
To be fair,
I am as fast as the giant weasel, so
I was gonna say this keeps everyone on pace. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay, give me just a minute as I get a couple things laid out correctly. You and then you. Okay. As you step from or down into, but as you step down through the bronze ring, the first person who passes through, you can see blue light emanate in figurative runes from underneath the brass ring, and then they vanish one by one. You all step into and then find your feet landing upon stone marble ground underneath you elsewhere. The small hallway that you find yourselves in at that point opens to a downward staircase into a grand and royal theater of a kind. Let's bring you over here. Not what I meant to do. Boop. This enormous chamber is partially lit by very dark, and very dim, low burning green braziers. And standing near the braziers, you see the stone still figures uh, what probably looks like standing armor for how stationary they are, but from the helms you can see that there is light catching on eyes from within as they flick backwards and forwards in their vision. Um, the stone and marble of this place are this brilliant sort of sickly green that you can see. And you also see that most of this floor has been maintained um, with less than lackluster enthusiasm. There remains ancient furniture that has literally fallen into decay, and there is not an insignificant count to cobwebs in some of the more uh, or in the less trodden corners of this place. It is obvious to see this place sees foot traffic, but very, very limited. And the intention to maintain appearances basically is non existent. I'm going to turn on the light. Um, because as you find yourselves in this place and begin to gain your bearings, more of the braziers begin to come to life. And on the opposite side of the room, there is a grand dais that epically displays an object that is maybe 10, almost 15 feet in its diameter, and at first glance leads you to believe is an enormous glassy orb, but even its glass surface is moving like liquid, pressed against by the shape of fingers and hands from the internal. It's fluid like a gelatin in a way that unnerves you. And as it is drifting upon this dais in its own space, off of it are rolling waves of energy that disrupt the air. There is no color, nor shape, nor form per se, but you just see that the world is wrong in that space. I'm not going to turn on the lights just yet. A an echo of a voice sort of bounces in the chambers to you, and you hear someone call that you may approach. And I will let you guys get closer, and once you've hit a certain spot, I will turn on the lights completely. All right, that's a good spot, Godric.
Patrick, is your health supposed to be so low?
Fixing it now. I just
Okay.
noticed it too.
Oh, that's cool.
The glassy surface of the object on the far side of the room begins to ripple again, and wave after wave of force begins to pile upon itself, until you are beginning to see the construction of an image within this rippling force. It is humanoid, it would appear, um, massive in its stature, massive tusks jut from the jaw. Its eyes are empty and void, and it has great appendages of arms that span the room. And as you are taken by this creature as it is morphing into a physical form, um, the veins of energy running through it visibly, you are surprised that you did not see, or at least did not see appear, a lone figure upon a horse. I will get you your light now.
Holy shit.
The figure upon a horse wears a hood and helm from which are hung broken antlers. the mount that they ride has bared fangs, elk antlers, and very much a deerish head, feathered, brilliant colored wings, a periton that is sort of huffing a little bit restlessly where it stands under the imposing figure who rides upon it. Let me get you my little character art.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
okay. Good.
Oh fuck.
Hmm.
The voice echoes again. This time, instead of heralding your approach, says simply, "The word lich has been whispered often within the halls of my kingdom recently. I have heard that word in the language of my fathers was the name given to those who master their realms. I've heard vitriol, some spite. I have even come to understand there has been some undoing of the masterwork that I have dedicated eternity to. I am vexed by your attempts to disrupt what has become ever sustaining. And I welcome you into the sanctuary of light so that you may join the enlightened." And one armored hand extends. The gauntleted hand that you see is heavy and strong, and gestures broadly out to the guards at the braziers, who all, I won't say snap to attention, but move as if the strings of their puppet master have drawn them up into their fullest stance. Um, and as this happens, the arms of the gigantic, mythical, magical force behind also moves, drifting above your heads into the air of the room above you, and finger by finger pointing and directing each of these guards to move just 5 feet closer.
Mhm.
Do you have final words you wish to etch upon your tongue before your deaths?
Well, it's nice to meet you, Vrake. Um, suppose we should just get on with it then, huh?
Eat a dick. Sorry.
Oh well.
What? He
Man,
threatened death.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
really, really want to divine intervention right now. But I don't know what to ask. See, when you can have whatever, you don't know what to ask for.
What a tough problem you have.
Yeah. Crazy.
Look,
Well,
it's more that I have the option that something might happen, because I might divine intervention, and your goal might just be like, you're fine.
you're
You
good.
got this one. You're good.
This sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's more like when I am when I am yelling into the void, wishing for something, what do I want to make real?
Worse yet, no, I'll see you soon. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll see you soon. Don't worry about it. No,
I
you
think
won't. Not if you do some shit.
I think Godric would say a line that sounds like prepared, but it is really just like genuine and from the heart. That's like uh, my friends and I will tell the tale of your defeat for ages, and I'm stoked.
um,
Is
I
Hayes
just got
muttering it.
one word.
Oh, mine was
Blam!
pretty good. Okay, does everybody want to get one in? Ulvius?
Sorry. That was not a word. Turk will go last
Yeah.
because Torque is just shooting.
Thanks, Hazer, but I'm good.
Okay. The last
I'm
levity before
very
the killing starts.
I'm very excited about this fight, and I'm very excited to come at it with a better
Fresh.
brain than I have
Yeah.
today, if that's okay,
That's
everybody.
valid.
Absolutely.
It
This is
seems like it's
probably
gonna
a
be a
massive
little
fight.
involved.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I added pieces to it over the week, and then shit happened, and then and all of the pieces are there and functional, but I'm not.
Right. I hope you rest up.
I will be okay. I'm not in as bad of a way as I could be, so I'm fine. There is just family drama that is taking